Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Going Live for Migraine Relief. I am super grateful to be here, and I thank all of you for being here too. I already have somebody here, so thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to everyone joining in. Today, we're going to talk about feeling is healing. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful topic because we get to talk about what it means to honor how we feel and how that can allow the body to heal. Yeah, so it's going to be a important and very deep topic that you can only touch on in the time that we have for for this YouTube live. So it's going to be, we're going to skim the surface, and if you want to work with me, we can go deeper into this. But this is a very deep topic that we are going to kind of introduce and just remind all of us how important it is to pay attention to how we feel. And I want to say hi to Sandy and Sherry for being here, and whoever else is on. I can't see all the people who are on, but thank you all for being here. And so let's just talk about this. First, I'll tell you how feelings not getting acknowledged affected me and my migraine journey. And then we can all decide how maybe, and I'll look at together at what kind of feelings that you might have that could be affecting how your head feels, right? Okay, so for me, I was shoulding all over myself, right? And how many of us are guilty of this? I should. And yeah, that's unhealthy. We're shooting all over ourselves. I was putting all this pressure on me to perform. So to honor our feelings, what I had to do was look deep inside and think to myself deep inside, what is driving me to feel this pressure of performing, this should, and then shoulding all over myself. So I looked at it, and I have, done some introspection and acknowledged some feelings. And I had a program running in my background from my youth and childhood, just a program that said, performance makes you valuable, and you need to perform, and you need to be good, and you need to compete. And this program that's running is pushing me in this direction to feel this pressure and this pressure to perform. And what happens in our brain is we get pathway signals that are created from a thought pattern, a habit, or what we're told, and it creates a neural pathway, and that pathway, as it's reinforced, gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So think of it like a mountain and a stream of water is running down the mountain, and the more water that runs down that particular pathway, the stronger that stream gets, and it gets deeper and wider, and more water can flow there now, and then it becomes a river. And that's kind of how it happens in our brain. It's very similar. And the more we feed into a pattern, the stronger and deeper that pattern gets ingrained into our brain. So what we have to do is look at our patterns, become self-aware of our patterns, and decide, is this pattern healthy for me? Is it serving my body and my nervous system? And in my case, shooting all over myself was not serving my brain. So I had to look at, where's that coming from? Where did that program come from? And what program do I want to replace that with? So that's how it affected me. So let's talk about how these feelings and patterns affect us, right? And how it will affect how our head feels. Okay, so the first thing is how our emotions affect our physical state. Now, when I'm talking about emotions and feelings, I'm not just referring to our just emotions. I want you to pay attention to your emotional state and your physical state, both, because both affect how our head feels, right? So the one thing that happens is we might have an emotion of, something sad happened, and we're we're thinking about the sadness, we're feeling it, but maybe we're not allowing ourselves permission to cry, acknowledge, share. We're kind of burying it inside and holding it, and that emotion doesn't get to move. Emotion means energy in motion. Energy. Emotions are energy and they're in motion, and we can't keep them in the body. We have to let them well up. We have to acknowledge them. The real way, I mean, I didn't understand this for years, but the way to allow our emotions to move is to recognize them, to just acknowledge them. Think of like a little small toddler, 2, 3-year-old child who's just going, "Wah!" and you just ignore it. Like, oh gosh, I don't want to listen to that. No, 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 that's not a good sound. I don't want to listen. And you ignore it and it doesn't go away. That child just needs your attention. Well, the same thing is true for your emotions and your physical sensations of the body. If we just ignore them, they don't really go away. They might give up screaming at us, but they're not gone. And the way that we allow them to heal and move is through acknowledgement. We just have to be aware. So you're aware, oh my gosh, I'm so sad. And it feels like my heart is crushing and my stomach hurts and my back is tired from all of this sadness. And you just acknowledge how it feels. Be aware. Now, this is not a thinking thing. It's not like, oh, I think that I shouldn't feel this sad. And it's crazy that I'm sad still after all this time. No, you don't analyze it. You don't think about it. You acknowledge that it's there. You just be aware of it. That's it. It's that simple. And then if you need to do something about it, you'll know because you've acknowledged it. You'll know, oh man, my heart is so sad. I need to call this person, or I need to share how I really feel, or I need to, my stomach is upset. That means this. I need to write out a letter and get these emotions out. There might be something you have to do, but acknowledgement is the key. And the same is true with the physical body. So we might be working away at work and the back's starting to hurt and it needs to stretch, or we need to move, or we need a potty break, or we need some food, and we just keep going, keep working. Oh, I should. We start shooting all over ourselves and I should. And we don't listen and we don't acknowledge what the body's saying. That's the key factor. If we start to notice, oh, my neck tension's coming on. Oh, I need to stretch right now. Oh gosh, I don't feel good before this phone call. I need to figure out why I'm nervous about this phone call. And you just start to acknowledge, and be aware, self-aware. Then you can address what's going on with the body. Oh, I need to stretch. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stretch. And you can make a decision, but you've acknowledged what the body's telling you. And then the body won't scream so loud. And then you'll be aware of the symptoms, the early symptoms that are coming on always before a migraine. You never will get a migraine without the body telling you first, I need more water or hydration or oxygen or glucose or something. Your body's always giving you a signal. And you will always know that signal if you pay attention. And if you ignore it, then it might surprise you. And all of a sudden you feel, oh, that migraine came out of nowhere. Well, only because you were paying attention. So we have to learn these things about paying attention. Okay, I'm going to look at the notes because yay, you guys are chatting with me today. I love it. So Sherry likes shoulding. We can all start using that phrase. I'm not going to should on myself. And Sandy likes that it makes sense. It's interesting how emotions in the body are connected. Yeah, I love that comment. Thank you, Sandy. It's very beneficial. Emotions and the body, this whole thing is one thing. We don't have a head disconnected from the body, although we can feel that way, but they are very much connected. And people forget how emotions affect our body, and they wear us down and they tax us if we don't acknowledge them. And if we acknowledge them, if we acknowledge our emotions, then they actually guide us. They are a really good guidance system. So that's a really helpful thing too. And if you are liking all of this information, just go ahead and give a thumbs up so I know that I'm getting my message across really well. Okay, so now let's talk about what you can do on a daily basis now, a daily basis to help yourself um, acknowledge these feelings. So, first of all, you need to take time out of every day to check in, right? And just be aware of how you feel. You can just, everyone try this right now. Just put your hands right here on your, what we call your mid heart, and just close your eyes. Check in. How do you feel? Okay. How's your body feel? How's your back feel? And your neck feel? And your head feel? How's your heart feel? How's your stomach feel? How's your jaw? Is your jaw tight or are you relaxed? Just notice everything. Notice your feet. Are they tight? Are they relaxed? Try to relax your feet. Yeah, check in. And you should do this throughout the day. And then, really important, do not judge how you feel. Okay. Feelings are just, they're okay no matter what. They're always okay. You just allow them. You notice them. If a toddler is sad, you don't judge them and like, oh, you're so dumb to be sad, little toddler. No, that's not good. You don't want to judge feelings. You don't want to judge if your back's tired and judge yourself, or if your stomach hurts. Just acknowledge it. Just be aware. Now put your attention on the feeling and the sensation and allow yourself to feel it. Oh, my stomach, just give it a little bit of your awareness. Feel it for a minute and then give it permission to be there. Yep, it's okay if you're there. And then after it's been there for a bit, you can give it permission. It's okay if you leave now. I've acknowledged you. It's okay if you move on, because emotions are energy in motion. They're going to move through you once you acknowledge them. Now, if it's a physical sensation, and it's letting you know that you need something, like I need a shoulder rub, or I need a stretch, or I need some water, then you can acknowledge what it needs and you can say, okay, I realize I need to use the restroom. I need to get a drink of water and I'm going to do that. Give me 2 minutes and I'll go do that. And you could acknowledge it and let the body know you're listening and you're paying attention. And then I want you to learn, I'm going to be doing a whole series of videos on this. Learn how to pay attention to how your nervous system feels. Pay attention to, do I feel rushed? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel calm? Do I feel nervous? Do I feel overstressed and tired or anything? Just notice your nervous system. And I'm going to help, through a series of videos, help you learn how to help your nervous system to be calm more often, right? And so now let's just talk about how we're going to rewire your brain. Okay, so when you change your pathways, you change that stream of motion that has been created in the brain, like the stream in the mountains, right? You have the energy flowing in one direction for a long period of time, and you've created this channel of energy flowing in one direction, and you want to shift that. Okay, instead of saying, I should, you want to shift it to, I'm going to do what feels right. I'm going to do what's necessary. I'm going to meet my obligations without putting a lot of pressure on myself. And I'm going to breathe. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy. I have a lot to do and I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to be grateful that I have a job. And I'm going to be grateful that my family needs me so much. And I'm going to be grateful that my body is telling me the things that it wants. And so we can acknowledge that we have lots to do. We have a lot of messages coming in from our body, but we can acknowledge that, hey, I'm lucky to be alive. I am lucky that my body talks to me. and I have a full functioning nervous system that can tell me what's going on. And I'm lucky that I'm at work and I can take a break and go get some water. And what we're doing when we choose to think I'm lucky is we're rerouting those streams of consciousness, those streams of energy flow, those patterns. We're rerouting them so that now uh, we can have a new way of thinking and processing information, and we're not stuck in an old pattern that is just bothering us and driving us into the ground or driving us towards migraines. Okay, we're making a conscious choice. We're aware of what we're feeling, we're aware of the body's needs, and we're making conscious decisions and creating new patterns intentionally. We have that power. You have that power. We have the power to affect how we go throughout our day. And we have the opportunity to take a deep breath. We have the opportunity to give ourselves a break. We have the opportunity to not judge ourselves. We have the opportunity to calm down the nervous system. We have the opportunity to fill the lungs with more air, and give our body a little extra health. Those are choices. Yeah, and it's hard for us to remember that when the day is crazy and we have so much going on. It's hard for us to acknowledge that. But that's a gift that each of us can give ourselves. If you take care of yourself by being aware of your body, aware of your emotions, aware of the people around you, just really be present. That's the best gift you can give yourself. Funny thing happened to me. I was on the beach, on Shipwrecks Beach, just laying there in the sun, doing nothing, minding my own dang business, right? I'm just laying there. And this guy walks in front of me, and there's not a lot of room between me and the water, but he just he didn't look at me at first. He just slowly was walking in front of me, and he's slowly walking. And then he turns to me and he says, "The precious present moment, the greatest gift we will ever have." And he walks away. And he walks away, and I look at him, and then he turned and he smiled and he walked on. That was it. Some guy gave me this incredible message just walking on the beach. The precious present moment, the greatest gift we will ever receive. And it's true. And you get to give that to yourself every day by just being present with how you feel and aware, so that you know, what does my body need right now so I don't get a migraine? What do I need right now to feel amazing? And you can give that to yourself every day, every moment. Life is precious. When you acknowledge that and are aware of it and feel it, then you're creating these powerful pathways in the brain that allow you to enjoy life more fully. Yeah. So that's my message. It is a short and brief description of how your feelings help you heal. And I could go into this for hours. It's a very in-depth topic. But just remember that the first step to healing your feelings is acknowledgement, awareness. Yeah. And it's a gift you give to you. Now, if you want to work with me in regards to migraines, or just want to know more about working with me, then I provided my Calendly link in the description of this video so that you could just click on that and set up a time to talk with me. So feel free. It's a no obligation free call if you want to just talk to me and tell me about your migraines and how I can help you. Just feel free to click on that link. And I have all kinds of resources online because I'm here dedicated to being here live for you, for my migraine community. I have the YouTube and the Facebook and the websites and the courses and books, everything out there to help you no longer have to deal with migraines and have to struggle. And I teach people how to live their life in a way to avoid migraines or how to get rid of them when they try to present themselves. And that's what I love to do. So let me be a part of your world, join our community, and subscribe to my channel or just join the Facebook group, whatever you want to do. I'm here to help. All right. And I really want to thank the two beautiful ladies who made comments today. Always want everyone who's on here to make a comment so I know who's here and I can see you, because you could see me, but I can't see you, right? So thank you to Sherry and Sandy for all that the interaction, and thank you for listening and acknowledging, and I appreciate your comments so much. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I'm so happy I got to be your migraine coach, and I'm so glad you're doing well. And I appreciate all of you. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you again next week. The time might be different, but I'll see you next Tuesday on another Going Live for Migraines. Have a beautiful week, and check out my other things online for more information. Mwah! See you later, guys.